Yeah, thank you, thank you, Fukasawa-san. And you rightly pointed out that how SPP can assist in housing, land, and basic services, because of these topics. So I really highlighted on that one. But in our case, integrated urban development plan (IUDP) implementation is the key at local levels, that is municipality. The second one is linking land use plan with demand of housing and other demand driven by economic demands and local urban system, facilitating the exchange of goods and services within the municipal region. Similarly, the spatial level plan of each provinces and also important to recognize their provincial urban system so that we can recognize the urban region, urban corridors, and thematic urban clusters as well. The national urban system approach is also key so that we can recognize the connections and to really strengthen. The second one is the investment and planning capacity building at different levels. That is, at municipality level, we conceive that physical planning committee to municipality, and at provincial level, we have a provision to form a urban development authorities with all authorities to plan and implement the projects. The third is encouraging privates to really work with the government and also to compete with the government agencies, strengthening national housing companies and and leveraging policy for for the private investment. Again, in urban development planning projects, we are trying to encourage urban regeneration in terms of physical, economical, and social terms, trying to impact positively in urban economic, local economic development to attract the new businesses within. The land issue, we have a National Land Commission at the Ministry of Land. They are responsible for the land supply for poorer and endangered, and even for the marginalized. However, recognizing informal land tenure and promotion of pro-poor approach in policy act as a key and a major policy shift actually. The land is not a problem, but the land management and its regulation through land use and transaction and its subdivision is a problem in our case. Though through this institution setup, we encourage that local government can co-work with the national policies. Let me just go on basic services then. Basic services is a matter of commitment, not a really resource crunch. But investment is not a problem. But the problem of recognizing the community, private sector, and directing our approach to the needy first is a problem. Is the basic area to understand. At last, I propose some really co-design and co-work through this SPP platform. Number one is inventory of best practices because the best practices has skills, knowledges, and even methods. So if we make an inventory of it, so that would actually help. The second one is extending cooperation, sharing, and cross learning among agencies, governments, and multinationals, and track of recording of positive changes. So if I mean, since this seventh SPP, can we track the positive changes happen in special planning method or not? Again, housing is a key and starting point, but we should consider the most important one for all kind of improvements of resiliency and greening our approach. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll just stop here.
Thank you. And Mr. Doma, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I feel that I agree, and my condition, my country condition, the same Nepal. The second point, I would like to bring this second point apply in Cambodia. That the important thing that my country face is the integral between spatial planning and housing sector. That's why I would like if the regional strategic plan or the United Nation Habitat it formulated. So may the framework of that strategic plan integrate together between the spatial planning and housing sector. In my country, integral of these two sectors together, we have some more additional that to do. That is to establish the infrastructure, data infrastructure mechanism to have the sector, housing sector to be enough information and data in order to get into integrate into the spatial planning. This is my 2 points. The first one, I agree with Nepal, is a very good one. And the second one is integral between housing sector, data infrastructure, and also spatial planning. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Doma. Now, Mr. Hannaford, please. Are you there, Mr. Hannaford? Mr. Hannaford, you're not there?
Yeah, I couldn't see even.
Okay. We skip Mr. Hannaford, and I invite Mr. Muroka to give a short remark. Sorry.
Closing remarks, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, actually, I was not prepared for that, but yeah, thank you for the great presentation from the overseas, and some very appreciation words to JICA support. And we learned a lot from your presentation today. Including the, especially my presentation was not much focused on housings, but housings is is a very big issues in urban, development. Jack has not been much involved in the housing sectors due to, due to the nature of the housings, mostly private properties. But we think that to address the urban issues, housing is indispensable, and therefore we already completed our project, research and development in housing sectors, and based on that, our findings, we would like to strengthen our cooperation in the housing sector as well from now on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Muroka-san. And Kudo-san.
Thank you very much for today. According to the presentations that I have heard, it seems that not only ASEAN states, but many countries face a lot of difficulties in terms of development, the regional development or whatsoever. At the same time, many donors like JICA, UN Habitat, etc., seek opportunities to support those countries with development issues. So then we, the consultant, what we have to do is, in a way, very important to kind of bridge between those two sort of opportunity-seeking countries and donor activities. So maybe the private company, even the consultant, will be putting more effort to find out good solutions to make the development happen better. At the same time, as I do development assistance in many countries, we do prepare with those counterparts for the master plan and something, but it sometimes seems difficult to maintain the actual action taking after the master planning. So that is a kind of issue, maybe not only the consultant point of view, but donors and even countries, leaders has to consider how to maintain the actual activities after the master planning. That's a point that I wanted to stress today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo-san. And Ishigaki-san, last comment.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Chair. Yes, the presentation, I very much appreciate the presentations especially from 3 countries, Nepal, Cambodia, and Laos PDR. This was very, very informative for us. I identified many needs for capacity building and technical support, such as data gathering and management, or land management, or smart city development, and so on. So we are UN, and UN is here to respond to the needs of each country. So your inputs are quite important for us. As I said in the keynote speech, we need to design a regional implementation plan to realize the objectives of a global strategic plan. So your inputs are very, very important for us. So, and we have a country office in your countries. So always feel free to contact our country office and provide your valuable opinions and guidance to our staffs. So it's much welcomed. So we still have time, so we keep on listening to you. So please keep on close relationship with us, especially country office in your country. We are ready. We are prepared to listen to you. So thank you very much for today's valuable opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words. My very short last wrap up. Try to be in 1 minute. The four points. Firstly, we appreciate very much the good overview from UN Habitat. It was useful to know where we are in terms of the issues of various issues. Not to mention today's subject, housing and land and basic services. And also it was a good illustration of what needs to be done, when and by whom. It was good. Secondly, it was interesting to discuss a specific country case while bearing in mind the regional trends, overall trends. I hope that the country speakers, including Fujita-san from Japan, enjoyed interesting comparison between your own country as opposed to the regional trends, big trends, and also different countries, and identify regional commonalities and the uniqueness of countries. Thirdly, it was quite significant in discussing the issues of housing, land, and basic services, not in a separated way, but in relation to comprehensive territorial development plan. In other words, the discussing spatial planning, not in isolation from specific issues on the ground, but as a platform to consolidate or integrate different issues, into this case, housing, land, and basic services, bearing in mind complex linkages and relations among these issues. By this way, the usefulness of spatial planning is understood more clearly, I hope. And let us hope that we strengthen and deepen this way of addressing the acute challenges of urbanization. Lastly, we liked the Ishigashi-san's proposal of the idea of Tokyo Fukuoka platform, comprising of a broader range of stakeholders, not only governments, but also the private sectors and academia and so on, even the media, and which is very much in line with the concept of integration of territorial development planning. And I presume that the idea is still in a rather early stage. We look forward to seeing further elaboration of this idea and the deepening of the concept towards the actual realization. Thank you very much. And this concludes my wrap up and the session 2. Back to Okawa-san.
Thank you very much, Professor Fukasawa. 深澤教授、ありがとうございました。We will move on closing remarks.